Hi guys, hope you're doing well, hope you had a good Christmas. Today I'm talking about an issue which absolutely infuriates me. That's a fucking understatement as well, to say the least. But just before I go into it, if you're interested in the squad tutorial series that I'm doing currently, it comes out on Thursday, episode 2 or part 2, however you like to see it. And that's all basically, on the squad user interface, the squad mechanics and all that stuff. And I actually mention, in episode 1 I mentioned the issue, which I'm going to sort of go into detail about today. Hope you enjoy, thanks for watching. As a lot of seasoned players of Verdun and Tannenberg, you can switch, or you can request to switch squads, and you can request to switch squad role. Now, this obviously is it's a good mechanic. I'll start with this first. Actually, I'll go into why it's a good mechanic. I think it's a good mechanic because not many games have this. I like how you can come into a game, you can see what role you've got. If you're not very good at that role, let's say you're playing as an NCO, what you can do is you can request to switch with someone on your team who may be a grenadier, for example. You prefer using grenades, you don't really like leading the team, so you request to switch. Either that person will let you switch or they won't, and then that's that. And it's the same with the squads, so you might be playing as the Pioneer squad on the German side. You might not necessarily like the Pioneer squad, so you switch to, I think the Schutzen, I think they're called, and you might apply to switch to their squad, and I think you need like 2 votes to be able to switch on your team. Alright, so that's a good mechanic. I like that because not everyone is good at all the different classes on the game. Not everyone likes all the factions. For me personally, I'm not really too good at the American squads, so sometimes when I go into a game, I'll request to switch once. I'll do it once and then I'll stop, because if you keep spamming it, which a lot of fuckers do on this game, if you keep spamming it, it keeps popping up on everyone's screen. And not only does it ruin your own immersion in terms of if you're the person who's spamming it, because you must spend half your time in the fucking menu pressing it to switch. It affects the whole team, because as you can see on screen right now, this Cobra little shit kept pressing it and it kept flashing up on the bottom of the screen when I was trying to play the game. Now it's really frustrating because Verdun and Tannenberg have both been games in which I've always said the community on this game, for console especially, has been really good in comparison to other games like like Call of Duty and Battlefield. There's not many little shits on this game. I don't think personally, not from what I've seen. Most people are decent. But then, recently, I don't know if it and this started before Christmas, so it's not just people who've come on for Christmas, and it's not all new people either. I need to say that, because it's not just new people, it's like some people who are like level 50. If they don't have what they like in terms of like the squad role or the squad that they want, they fucking spam it, and they spam it, and they spam it, and they spam it, and you think, fucking hell, I'm just trying to play the game. There's a little green thing coming up at the bottom of the screen, and you can't concentrate, and you have to deny it, and eventually you get sick of it. You get so sick of this twat spamming that you give him the benefit of the doubt, and you think, right, okay, he really wants to switch, let's switch. So as you saw this game, we actually switched squad, and as soon as we switched, he wanted to switch to another one. You've just spent your last 10 minutes in the game trying to switch to a different squad, and now you want to switch again. And then I think, well, fucking hell, this guy must be a really good player, because, if he wants to switch that much, he must be trying to find the right type of thing. So I look at him, and of course he's not. He's a level 10. He's got about 14 deaths and 1 kill. And I just think to myself, if you just actually stuck with what you were playing as, you might actually learn something in the game. You might actually, if you just played with that role that you were playing as for 5 minutes, you might fucking learn something. You might get more than 1 kill per game. Instead of pissing off everyone in the fucking game, you might actually do something. And it's actually pissing me off, because it's every game I go into now, there's someone like this. If they don't get the way, they have to spam until they do. And it just sort of got me thinking, who are these type of people that are doing this? Because as I say, sometimes it's not level 10s, it's like level 50s and level 60s. People have played the game for obviously a long time, because it's not easy to level up in this game. It does take a while, especially if you spend half your time in the fucking squad menu requesting to switch. It makes me think, what type of people are we playing with here? Are we playing with like kids who are like 15, like we're not younger than that, fucking like little shits who shouldn't even be on the game? Do they not know what they're doing? Are we playing with like retards who think fucking left, right is left and left is right? Who are we playing with here? Who are these people who come onto the game and spam it? I can't tell if they're just trolls or arseholes, or just, I don't know, people who have sort of minimal mental capacity. I can't work it out. It does baffle me. It does absolutely baffle me, because, as I say, to spam as much as some of these people do, it means they're hardly playing any like part of the game. It means it must be in the menu, constantly pressing it, constantly pressing it. And then the thing is with this game specifically, this cobra, this fucking lizard, this reptile guy, decided to have the audacity to later on and go, put all these squad requests in, saying, like follow me and follow my lead and attack now, attack this, and fuck right off. Don't follow it. Honestly, if you get into a game and you're new to the game and someone spams request switch and then decides to tell everyone that they should follow him, don't do it. Don't do it. They don't have a fucking clue what they're doing. And if they do, they're just trolling you. But then we've also got another issue, and I don't know where I stand on this, and I don't know what people's opinions are of this. I think we can all agree that the spamming of switching squads is pretty fucking annoying. But anyway, I was playing on Picardy. I was using a sniper. I was playing pretty well. I think I had around 60 kills. I may be wrong. It might have been more. It might have been less. I can't quite remember. But I was playing quite well. Now, I had been in this game all the way through, pretty much by myself in this squad. And then these two fellas join about 5 minutes before the end of the game. And they decide they want to switch squad to a squad which has pretty much the same weapons, the same mechanics. They just switched to a squad that was practically the same. The only difference is this time I didn't have my sniper. Now, I had been in the game for like 30 minutes. They had joined for the last 5 or 10 minutes. And they changed the whole way I was playing for that last 10 minutes for them. And I don't know, I don't think that's entirely fair in some respects. Now, I know they had more votes to change the squad than I did. That's fair enough. But at the end of the day, they only joined for the last 5-10 minutes. In fact, it was 5 minutes. And then they got to dictate how I should play the game for the rest of the match. And obviously I couldn't change back because these two guys joined as a pair. They were obviously friends. They were a group. They played together. And I just thought, I wonder if Verdun can implement, or M2H Studio, who the fucking makes this game, could implement some sort of thing where if someone's in a game longer, if someone's in the squad longer from the start, they can have a sort of, I don't know, some sort of way of not changing the squad. Because if they, why should they have to all of a sudden implement their gameplay when they've been playing the longest, they've been in the game the longest, for the sake of two people who've just joined out of the blue and doing fuck all, and quite frankly changed to a squad which had worse weapons and well, pretty much the same weapons minus a strong rifleman class. So I don't know what people's opinions are of that one. It's a bit more of a difficult one. But I just thought I'd make this because I know a lot of people have had this, and you can even see it when I'm streaming, right? And it's not just Verdun, it's Tannenberg. If you're a new player, there's nothing wrong with requesting to switch your squad or your squad role. There's nothing wrong with doing that. I think it's a good mechanic, but don't spam it. If people have said no, people have said no, because all you're doing is fucking over your own immersion and you're fucking over everyone else's. Don't do it. Have a good Christmas.